The Australian media once described Giorgia Meloni as far-right and a fascist. What do you make of that assessment?
Well, that was the corner where most of the, let's call it, mainstream media tried to place Meloni. First of all, because she was an unknown figure. Secondly, because, of course, she comes from the right. But I think that 2 years have gone by. I think Meloni has proved, first of all, that the term fascist does not apply because it's something that belongs to history. She's from the right, of course, but she said she's been quite successful in assessing her view of this conservatism, rather. I mean, if Meloni was from this country, I think she would be perfectly defined as a conservative person. And I think that lately she received an award in New York a week ago. And while accepting this award that Elon Musk presented her, she described a vision, her political vision of conservatism, of patriotism, and all these words. She said, the West is made up of, it's not a geographical place, the West is a place of common and shared values that are rule of law, the centrality of the human person, secularism. She set up a series of values that could be accepted by any conservative country or any conservative party, I think, throughout the world. And she tried to describe what the positions are. And I think that she's been true to that, and I think she's doing a good job.
Well, we've actually got some audio of that because she was speaking at the Global Citizens Awards. Let's have a listen to what Giorgia Meloni said in her speech.
So we can't give up the strength of our own identity, for that would be the best gift we can make to authoritarian regimes. So at the end of the day, patriotism is the best response to declinism.
So she's talking about how the left are trying to shut down patriotism in Europe. What's going on there? Why do you think, I mean, it's happening all around the world, but why do you think in Europe the left are really trying to encroach on those values?
I think she was explaining to an American public, and she was trying to draw a parallel between the woke reaction to the wokeism that the United States is going through, and she put it into an American context. What is going up? Let's put it in a European context. We would say there's a woke left that is trying to fight against the notions of patriotism, putting everything that is nationalistic or patriotic in terms of aggression. And she says patriotism is the recognition of the values that identify our nation and country, and she set them out. Then they're not aggressive, but they're rather what defends us from attitudes that tend to negate the situation or not take responsibility. So we have to be aware of our history, especially a country like Italy. We have to be aware of our position in the global scene, and we have to take our responsibilities.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you've been here in Australia for a couple of days now, here to reinforce bilateral relations. How important is investment between Australia and Italy?
Well, it is fundamental. It's also my job to try to increase the amount of investment from Australia towards Italy. But I think there is a perfect match at the time. Australia has a great tradition in mining and also has lots of these minerals, and I think that whereas we are the second largest manufacturing country in Europe, we're famous for the various Fs. I always say that, you know, football, fashion, food, but we have fantastic manufacturing. We're top #1 in a series of sectors that people don't even realize, and we need this cooperation. At the same time, of course, Italians are ready to invest in this country because I think that in the end, we will be the better if our trade ties, which I think are untapped, are going to grow.
Valentino Valentini, great to have you on. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this evening. Really appreciate it.